We talking about human cloning. Okay, cool. All right, we good. So now, cloning, cloning center and cloning technology. A cloning center is a place where clones are produced. Cloning technology are the advancements in medicine, science, and technology. Now they use that a lot when they be like advanced medicine and stuff. Y'all better peep what they be talking about. But advancements in medicine, science, and technology used to produce duplicates and replicate copies of original. Drip feed disclosure and ev- uh, evasive conditioning. It's a little blurry on my end. Hold on, y'all. So drip feed disclosure is the process of supplying information but in small amounts over time. Drip feed disclosure is also the process of revealing information slowly over time, possibly telling lies to conceal certain aspects of the truth until the source administrating the drip feed disclose as adequate time to let out the truth in a slow, controlled way, thereby delaying the betrayed partner in this disclosure the public from having the complete truth for some time. Predictive programming basically is what they're saying. When like y'all know with the TV shows where they be putting a little bit here and a little bit there, cartoons a little bit here, a little bit there, music a little bit here, there, that's called drip feed disclosure. So like a lot of us who've been, we know about the Anunnaki and the universal law and everything. We know that they have to tell us the truth and they have to put it in plain sight. But the way that they do it is through drip feed disclosure. It be a little bit here and a little bit there. Symbols, signs, numbers, numerology, etymology, all that. Okay, this is why it's important to study numerology, metaphysics, quantum physics, all that type of stuff. Like, you're smart enough to study this stuff. You have a whole brain. And they created this world's supercomputer off of the human brain that lets you know how strong your brain is. All you got to do is sit down with it and exercise it. And the more you read, the more you comprehend, the stronger it get. You know what I'm saying? Do it. Trust me. You can teach yourself a whole lot of shit because we always self-taught ourselves. There was institutes and schools and universities. That shit fairly new. That ain't always been around. So we always self-taught ourselves. We always self-educated ourselves. And this is why back then our ancestors weren't no dummy. Okay? So now, drip free drip feed disclosure is also a method of grudge public reaction used by governments, the media, we already know, the multinational corporations and organizations, as well as high-ranking officials to quote-unquote test whether the general public is accepting of the concealed information or not. Excuse me. When the public reacts favorably to the drip feed disclosure, more information is revealed and made public. And if appeared to the unsuspecting observer that the people involved in making the disclosure are taking positive steps toward the favorable goal for all. However, when the public reacts adversely, information contradicting the drip feed disclosure is presented, and an expert is presented to the public who voices the concern to the general public, and therefore is appearing that the opinion of the public has been noted in research and development will not continue in the initial state direction. Nevertheless, the truth remains concealed and research and development continues. Now, we've all seen this. We see it right now. Right now, it's in the form of CRT. Okay? Peep game. Peep game. Peep game. CRT. Drip feed disclosure. See, I always wondered who is putting all this information out like this in abundance. And it dawned on me. The only people that got all the information in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like the Tavistock Institute of Human Relations book that I presented is $500. I found that motherfucker on the PDF for free. Now, I'm saying though, either somebody who got $500 to throw away just bought the book and did the PDF, but you still have to have a link to upload it to the everybody in the world on archives.org. .org is an organization, so we know archives is coming from an organization. Now you just got to follow that trail. So it's like they feeding you the truth to see how you react. And just like it said, if people react favorably, more will be revealed. If folks react adversely, then they'll put out a contradicting statement about it. Oh, so they'll put out a contradicting statement about it. You know what I'm saying? To backtrack. And we've seen that always. Okay. So now it's another form of brainwashing. What's happening, Auntie B? Shalom. They got all the way up to Mach 5 synthetic robots as well. Most definitely. Yeah, the Mach 5s are the newest ones. Man, everything is planned and scripted, most definitely. Everything's always planned and scripted. That's how they can be able to do the drip feed disclosure. So now, here we go. Examples of drip feed disclosure involve articles such as mine uploading, downloading, parentheses, Beams 2007, comma, mine clone robots, parentheses, Bloomberg Business 2015, RT 2015, okay? The 2045 project, parentheses, 2045 intuitive 2015, and then they retracted. That's a retract for Bargino 2012, parentheses. I am here to tell you that I have been a spy for over 30 years in such technological accomplishments which are painted under transhumanism and posthumanism genres have been realized many years ago and are available today. They are just concealed from the public. Now stop. Conceal doesn't mean you cannot get. You ride around with your homeboy with a concealed weapon. A concealed weapon just means hidden, so you can find it. Okay? No different than finding a concealed diamond in the dirt. That motherfucker been there. You just dug it up and found it. Okay? So concealed don't means that you can't get it. It just means that bitch is hidden. You gotta be an archaeology of these books. You feel me? And it leads to a whole lot of stuff. Just dig it up. Okay? I'm about to flip the page. I'm about to flip the page. For the folks who's new to the live, it is going to seem like it's frozen, but I'm actually flipping the page. Okay. Catch up in the comments. The media is the one that pushes division and always taught racism. Yeah, in public schools too. That's why Jalen Rose glitched out before one of them playoff games when they was getting it. Most definitely. And Jalen Rose glitching out, that's because he was a Mach 1. You know what I'm saying? The Mach 1 clones, they come with many problems and they always glitch up. Biological synthetic humanoid. Yeah. What is that PDF on archives.org? Human cloning. A lot of them will pop up. Clones galore, y'all. What do you think about the people just falling out dead, looking scared? Hey, it's crazy you said that. I just seen a video. I mean, frequencies, vibrations, dimensions, the earth shifting. So, it's going to be a lot of stuff going on. People going to be seeing a lot of stuff that you ain't going to be able to see because the frequency's changing. So it's going to be a lot of entities that people will be seeing, witnessing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna scare people to death, literally. And it's gonna be someone who just gonna be snatching folks up spiritually. So this is why it's important for you to protect yourself at all times. You know what I'm saying? Cause man, look, it, it, the shift is here. It ain't even no game no more. A cleanse is going on. What's happening, Nature Web? Glad you could tap in. Hello, everyone. The truth is, we've been going to school, church, and so on with these bots. Most definitely, Nature Web. I'm glad you said that. Man, look, folks been working, living. You done talked. You done had relations sometimes with, man, synthetic bots and stuff like that, man. Like, whoa. When they talk about a matrix, this shit is real. It ain't even no game. And they have to disclose all this information. It's concealed. So, got a lot of folks like me and other folks who digging stuff up. It said found it. There you go. Cool, cool. So I've been watching your YouTube channel, bro. I appreciate that. Austin Major, big salute. Yeah, I just jumped on that too long ago. Could be dynamic taking the vessels. Yeah. I said never shy. Glad you could tap in. Halito Epiphany. All right. Now consciousness transfer. Consciousness is defined as the state of being aware of and responsive to one's surrounding. A person's awareness or perception of something. Okay? Perception. Peep game. This is your perception is one of the biggest ways of how they play tricks and paint illusions over you, because your perception is your reality. And if they can control your perception, they can control your reality. Okay? Words is spells, because words also helps control your perceptions. They told you what a tree was. They told you what a tree was. Okay? You don't know what God named that tree. You don't even know what it is. Okay? But anyways, your perception. So no, consciousness can also be described as individual awareness of a person's unique thoughts, memories, feelings, sensations, and environments. Okay? John Locke, born 1632, died in 1704, was an English philosopher, Oxford academics and medical researcher who argues that it is sameness of consciousness rather than sameness of substance that constitutes personal identity. Consequently, if the psychology life is transferred from the body of a prince to the body of a cobbler, a shoe mender, Locke argues the resulting person will be the prince and not the cobbler. He would be responsible for the prince's actions and not the cobbler's. Those who are close to the prince could continue their relationship with him, but those who had relationships with the cobbler could not, and so on. Moreover, basic institutions have proved to be that consciousness transfer can be thought of as the feat in which the person moves from one body into another. Consciousness transfer can also be thought of as the process of transferring or copying, clone, the mental content, parentheses include keen long-term memory, unparentheses, from a particular brain and copying it to a computeral device or artificial body, Mach 3, Mach 2, feel me? Mach 4, Mach 5s, okay? Artificial body or avatar body, such as that of a robot or clone version of the original, okay? totalitarian empire, the most advanced civilizations, sciences, everything. I'm pretty sure they was doing human cloning, because when you talk about totalitarian empire, there was no laws for human cloning back then. That law is fairly new. You feel me? It's crazy. Stop giving over your likeness to these video games, participating in their Hollywood. Most definitely should be barking at something like something standing right in front of it. Remember the movie with Denzel Washington, Spirit Jumping? I ain't never seen that movie before. This is crazy right here. Most definitely classy, bougie. Let's see. Wowzers. Stay out the industry. Yup. Industry. Industrialized. You get industrialized from industry. Do the clones know that they're clones? Some of them. Some of them do, some of them don't. That's where all those orphan trains and incubator babies come from. Bingo. hmm So we tell who's actually a clone. You can kind of, man. Some of them is hard to tell, man. You know, some of them is hard to tell. I ain't even gonna get out here and tell you like I know how to spot one. But I'm gonna do my due diligence. But I feel like the ones that's just extra ass robotic, man. Like they'll die for this system. That shit suspect to me. I ain't gonna lie. People who are they be acting like they gonna die for this system, bro. Like that shit suspect to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like our spirit tells us like, man, oh man, they gonna bite. Ain't a sheep. Like something's off about them. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like some is like a giveaway. That movie is Falling with Denzel. I'm gonna check that out. Appreciate that. They blink over 100 times a minute and stare. Yeah, it's weak. Any see. What if we're all clones living in the Sims? Hey, Austin Major. Hey, look. That could be possible. We could be sleeping, don't even know it. What's happening, David? Glad you could tap in. Yep. But some of them don't even malfunction though, cause you gotta remember, like the higher the mop, the less malfunctions they go through. So like mop fives, mop fours, they don't really glitch for real. And if they do, it's probably behind closed doors where nobody can see. They said I'm late. You a little late, big dog, but it's all good. hmm So when you talk about the baby incubators, you know what I'm saying? And then you gotta understand who's doing this stuff too. Like these are German doctors and stuff, so they don't really follow under American laws. You feel me? So they it's like free game over there. You know, and Germany was where another one of the totalitarian empires was, because there was multiple ones, but there was only one grand one, which was over here. But you had a lot of mini ones. And over there in Russia and Germany and everything, it was another totalitarian empire. So, you know, yeah, in an incubator. That's the name says it itself. Especially women who had babies, you already know, like, your womb is an incubator. Shit grows there. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't mean like shit grows there, but you know, like a baby grows there. It grows in it from start to finish. Same thing. And I feel like whenever the mud floods or whatever was getting ready to happen, because I'm pretty sure they knew what was going to happen, because we talking about a super advanced civilization. So I'm pretty sure that they already knew what was coming. I think all them babies that they was creating and everything, those were actually the orphan train babies. Cause it was like it was over like 250,000 just orphan kids on trains, different trains getting dropped off in different places, being adopted and stuff, man. Like so many people don't know like where they come from and shit. Like, man, shit get deep. But we're gonna keep going though. There's another book that talks about it in archives.org. If y'all want to screenshot that, catch up in the comments real quick. You know what I'm saying? Are you able to have these convos with your family, or they think you crazy? I mean, shit. I ain't never had no conversation with my families, because me growing up with them, I know that they ain't gonna understand this shit. So when you run across folks that you know they ain't gonna understand it, it's best just to, you know, just keep it moving, man. You know, and those who do. Most people who get it, they'll talk to you first about it. That's one thing I know. But man, you know if you know your family ain't gonna get this shit, bro. You grew up with them. Don't even waste your breath with it. You know, cause it's over a million like minds, soul tribe people out here who understand. And you know, when you're talking about a spiritual warfare, then your spiritual tribe is what kind of matters the most. Cause a lot of us is like, if you want to take the idea of what if we all are bots and Sims? Okay, let's take that idea. What if you are not the bot, but your family are the bots? Because certain Mach 3s and Mach 4s, Mach 5s can actually reproduce. Remember, these ain't nothing but